For me, Berlin is a city that is very somehow well designed for thinking. I come from Moscow, which is a huge city, always bustling, always hectic, etc. It's nice to live in, but probably not very nice to stop and think in. Berlin, for me, on the other hand, is a relatively small, quiet and calm city, as strange as that might seem for some people. I did my bachelor's at Moscow State University for International Relations, or MGIMO University as it is known. But I did bachelor in political science with a particular focus on comparative politics and on German language, actually. So that is how I learned German. Then I did my master's. It was a double degree program between MGIMO University in Moscow, once again, and Freie Universität Berlin, Humboldt-Universität, and the University of Potsdam in Berlin and Potsdam. So it was a seminar on basically different crises that the European Union is facing and how theories of European integration can or cannot give answers and explanations about it. And I think that Professor Börzel has mentioned the cluster, which was still, I think, in the process of being formed at the time. And I was immediately interested because it sounded like something which I was very interested in, substantively, I mean, in terms of the kind of research that it's supposed to be doing. And I figured, wow, that would be great if I were to be part of it someday. But I didn't really think about it as a PhD thing at the time. I thought about it as a, senior fellows, distinguished professors coming together and discussing the most important issues of the day. So it is a very interesting feeling to actually be here now and to kind of have a chance to be part of something bigger. I think SCRIPTS is a very interesting type of research environment because it gives a very high level of diversity of perspectives, I would say, and by that on different levels. And it gives you a very unique opportunity to actually talk to and work with people you wouldn't talk to and work with otherwise. It is a different perspective from that kind of formal presentation that we sometimes do of our research, which is all polished and clean and very structured. And it is this informal type of conversation which really shows the backside and how it is done and the problems that people encounter along the way. My research project deals with the causes of democratic backsliding or democratic regression or the reduction of democratic quality. And actually my perspective, I think, is driven mostly by dissatisfaction with some of the current trends in the literature and broadly in thinking about the crisis of representative democracy, as one can also call it. And in particular, one of the things that I'm dissatisfied with is the tendency to group all the bad guys, so to say, under one label, be it populists or illiberals or what have you. Because there is a list of the common usual suspects, usually male heads of state or of government of certain countries, and they are seen as the threat to liberal democracy worldwide. And I think that while there is some truth to it, it hides a lot of dissimilarities between different types of phenomena, different political movements, different leaders with different ideologies, which I think matters for explaining why such actors and movements arise in the first place. And my hunch is that there are basically different types of challengers which aim to change different elements of liberal democracy. So the picture is actually a lot less homogeneous, a lot less clear as well than some people would say. I would like to pursue an academic career. So I think academia is one of those spheres where you have a lot of freedoms, but you do not really have the freedom to determine where you live, for example, because you live where you get accepted, especially as a postdoc. So this uncertainty is something which I used to dislike a lot, but now I think that it's something which I have to accept. So probably, hopefully, after I finish my PhD, I will become a postdoc somewhere nice and start looking for the next job.